Hi, Senya.
Hey, Sam. How are you?
Good, good. Hey, everybody. Welcome to ONT Now.
Our budget went up.
We
Yay.
got a sign.
I'm excited.
Got a table.
Little by little.
Little by little.
Next time, maybe we'll have donuts too, besides
Donuts,
just the water.
yeah.
Well, not donuts, bagels.
Bagels.
Yeah.
Something.
So
How about
if you
this?
guys want to send us something,
Yeah,
feel free.
send us something. We'll talk about it.
Bring it up.
We might
bring up your
we
business.
might give you an invoice, but we'll talk about it. Speaking of talking about stuff, so let's talk a little about being that it is kind of we're getting into summer
Yes.
for real now.
Yes.
What's going on with some of the events that are happening in the surrounding area?
You know what? I'm actually excited. After this, I'm going to be heading out to the St. Francis Fest.
Okay.
But we have so many coming up. We have the Annunciata Fest, the St. Kevin Fest.
Yeah.
Later on, a couple months from now, we have the Hagwitch Fest. But right in Indiana, we have the Festival of the Lakes.
Festival of the Lakes
Pierogi
is so
Fest,
big,
one
isn't
of my
it?
favorite ones. Yeah.
Pierogi Fest.
We
That
always have
started
great
so small
entertainment.
too.
Yeah. So
Yeah, so there's a
it's
lot
my
of things
favorite
going
time.
on, right? There's a lot of things going on. Another big news that we can talk about real quick is the recent project, right? That was announced.
Yes.
And if I'm reading this correctly, let me go ahead and read this because this is the headline from an article I read. New industrial complex could bring 1,300 jobs to Southeast Side. Developer says, developer says. Okay, so again, I don't want to be negative about this. As a matter of fact, I get excited when projects have been announced in the past. But the best part of that project is, did you get a Facebook reminder?
I did.
What was it like?
It was the Lucadia event
The
that
Lucadia
they
project.
had.
So I get a Facebook reminder like 2 days afterwards. I'm sitting in a picture with Governor Quinn. And I remember that project, and I actually thought it was a good idea at the time, right? I mean, it wasn't as environmentally friendly as we would have liked it to be, but that land already is not that environmentally friendly, right? But the fact that the governor was here making the announcement, I truly thought that this thing was going to happen, you know? And it didn't happen. It didn't happen. I don't understand what's going on with projects like that. I mean, let's just talk about just some of the projects that we thought were going to change everything.
Like the Mariano's one.
The Mariano's
the
sign.
McCaffrey.
Well, McCaffrey was the whole thing, right? The Mariano's sign, though, sat there teasing me every time. Now, granted, the 41 extension, that was a byproduct, I think, of all of that excitement. So that's great. I mean, it was a good thing.
The US 41 extension was definitely pushed by McCaffrey.
Right.
And that is a project that I proudly worked on for many years.
Yeah.
So it was very exciting to see it happen and come to life. And I mean, the benefit of that was we did have our very first, what was it? The Steelworkers Park Festival. That was the very first Steelworkers Park Festival that we put together.
Yes, the Steelworkers Park is actually a
same thing, the
beautiful
groundbreaking, the ribbon cutting, and the ceremony. It was all great. And then, the McCaffrey project fell through. So.
Right. And the biggest thing about this new announcement is that it just so happens to be in the same footprint as this other project, the Lucadia project, right? That
Well,
the
the
governor
Lucadia
was,
one is, yes,
it was very
the same one as the
close,
100, yes.
though, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm. It was right there.
Yeah. So, I mean, again, as excited as we are to hear about another project being done,
Yeah.
okay, you can't stop but think, is this just going to be another project that actually doesn't happen? And then as your office often got calls about, you know, it says, how many jobs did it say? It said 1,300 jobs. What's been the biggest argument about corporations,
How many of
companies?
those are actually going to go to our neighborhood?
Right.
How many of those are actually going to be people in our community that are going to get those jobs?
Yeah.
You're right.
And that is a big concern. I mean, and there's only so much that we can do. But here's a funny little side story, actually. I always think about it. And if you remember the business that everybody used to complain about the smell, right? It was such a...
Oh, my gosh. Agrifying?
Agrifying, right, agrifying. And, you know, yes, granted, it smelled bad, but, I mean, they were purifying something that was otherwise garbage. So, in my mind, I always thought about it as a green business, right? But anyway, so the point is that I remember speaking to the owners of that, and they used to get that argument too, that a lot of people that they hired don't live in the community. But here's what happened. Some of the people that they hired, once they got a good paying job, They didn't
left.
want to live in the neighborhood anymore.
Oh yeah, that too. Yeah.
They moved to Indiana. And there was a good portion of people who actually got that job and decided, I don't want to live in the community anymore, which is a separate issue. You know, obviously that's going to be kind of a subject that we're going to talk about in the future.
That's how to keep our people here.
Yeah, a reason
Stop
why
moving
people want to
away.
actually want to live here. But yeah, so I mean, it's all these projects. What are we going to do? What can we do? Is there anything that we can do to make it happen?
Well,
I mean,
you know, and I think I don't know what exactly we can do to make sure that it happens, but let's look at the things that are deterring them away.
Yeah.
I mean, with McCaffrey, there was a group of people trying to push a CBA. And having them agree to
what is that, community
benefits agreement.
Benefits agreement, okay. And what's that mean exactly? That means like
a community benefits agreement is basically that. It's just an agreement between an agreement that the business or corporation is agreeing to with the community.
With what? Like
It
jobs
can be
or?
anything with jobs. It can be with prices on, like, let's say for condos and stuff, prices on rent.
Okay, so it's just some kind of agreement
An
prior to the
agreement that
contract.
we're gonna have so much percentage of affordable housing.
You know what I just thought of?
things
Is,
like that.
is this like a kind of like a prenuptial agreement or something
Like
for
a
somebody you don't
yeah.
even want to get married to, though, right?
I mean, yeah, pretty much.
Right,
Because
because, I
guess
mean, it's
what
like-
happened? They're like, well, you know what? Here it is.
Yeah.
We're leaving.
Right.
And
We thought that the community would want this project.
Yes.
They were working on
they
actually
were
helping us
working
out in
with
the corridor
us.
too, weren't they?
They
were
used
gonna.
to, one thing that I will say is that McCaffrey was involved in a lot of community organizations.
Right.
They
Their
were involved.
management was there,
They
right?
donated funds to a lot of our events.
Yes.
They were sponsors of our festivals that we used to have.
Otherwise, very good people. I thought a great
Yes.
organization.
They had their doors were open. At,
Yeah.
anytime you had questions, anytime you wanted to learn more about them, they were there. So they were definitely ones that worked with the community. So I was really sad to see them go.
And then the project that was supposed to take the place afterwards, that Barcelona thing. So as far as whatever we're establishing here in this avenue that we're doing, Yesenia, one of the things that I want to make sure that we do as an organization and to have some key people in the community engage is that let's demand, if nothing else, maybe not a CBA, we don't have to actually demand, but at least for starters, let's demand that there's a better open line of communication.
Yeah. Well, here,
we can
let
never
me start off.
spoke with those
I'm not
people.
saying I'm against CBAs either.
Okay.
I'm just saying that I think they should be able to be negotiable. And
Right.
when you're trying to force somebody to sign a CBA that you came up with and
Right,
are
right,
not
right.
willing to sit down and negotiate, that's a different. No, you can't
Yeah.
do that.
Right,
And
right.
that was my whole point with
Yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah. And then again, I think, again, we need to just start having a little bit more compromise. Compromise. All of our issues and all of the things that concern us the most, but we can't think that our main concerns are someone else's.
Exactly.
The only thing we can do is try to express why it's important
Yeah.
to us and find out why something's
Yeah.
important to them and try to come somewhere in the middle, right?
Yeah.
So then we had that Barcelona project, like I said, and we had attempted at least a few times to try to reach out to them just to find out what was going on, what's happening.
They
No
were
communication.
definitely not
So again, I think
community
that
friendly.
we can be better. Maybe we can try to work on being an avenue for communication of that project as it progresses because it is important. So we'll make sure to keep an eye on that.
Yeah.
But
well, we would love to be able to have someone come on and teach us more or
Yeah.
tell us more about the
if
project.
there's somebody
I mean,
else who would like to talk to us
you
about
know,
the project, even the alderman.
Alderman, you're more than welcome to join us.
More than welcome. We would love to have a
learn more.
conversation with you about it. And definitely we understand that whether it succeeds or not succeeds, it's not necessarily 100% in your lap. But, again, we'll give you the opportunity to kind of talk about it. We would definitely like to hear more about it. So, I mean, again, like projects, I think some of these projects are probably just bigger than us. And ultimately, it feels like there's a level there where we don't really have too much control of what's going on. But one project that recently got announced that I truly do believe is going to happen is
The dog park.
the dog
I'm
park,
so excited
right?
for that.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
am too. And I'll be honest with you, I'm a cat person. I'm sorry.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Okay, nothing against cats.
Nothing
at
against
all.
cats. I love my cat.
But they don't do anything. Like, they're just like creepily around you. I don't know.
But they take care of themselves. And well, anyway, I don't want to get into. Maybe we can do the cats versus dogs thing. I think maybe I'll put together a group of people and I'll go and boycott this one. And I'll be like, how about the cats? Where's the cats? Well, they can do whatever they want to,
they
right?
Go
Nobody-
around. Their whole neighborhood
Yeah.
is their freaking park.
Hey,
they
yeah,
just
right.
go out and about and come back
The
whenever
cats
they want.
are working for the city, aren't they? They're the ones that they clip the
Yes,
ones. They
I
catch
think
them.
so. Yeah.
The mice and everything.
But you know what? That is pretty awesome.
Yeah, it is exciting.
Congratulations to the Southeast dog park committee.
Yeah, and all of the people
they
who
made
were
it
involved in
happen.
that. Yeah.
They really pushed for it and made sure that it wasn't something that just, got pushed aside.
Right. And I know
just-
that it wasn't easy.
it wasn't.
I know that there was
they
a lot
worked
of
their asses off,
pushing and
they really pushed
basically
for
a
it.
lot of no's, a lot of no's.
Mm-hmm.
And again, that's the key to getting things done in the community
Yes.
because all of us, any of us at any time in our lives, and we really want to do something, it just takes one little no.
Mm-hmm.
And you start questioning yourself. We do it all the time. I still do it. But the fact that we had a group in the community that drove it, that made sure it was going to happen, it really does seem like that's something that's going to happen.
Yeah.
We're going to be there for it. I think we should be there for
Hopefully,
it
I'll
all,
have
right?
a dog by then because I don't have a dog right now.
Oh, so you're a dog person without a dog.
I am because.
But you know what?
you know what
You've
it
got
is?
the
It's-
thing.
okay,
How
here's
many
the
people
thing.
act like dogs are their what?
Okay, their
Dogs are
family.
their-
Their family.
Not that just their family.
Their children.
Yes.
I have 2 children.
You're fine.
No, but see, look, here's the thing: is that I had 2 dogs.
Yeah.
Chloe and Chato, and they both passed away
Oh.
in a year ago. It was
Sorry.
a year in April, and then a month later, Chato passed away.
Oh.
So yeah, it was crazy because the vet said
So
it's
this
because
is
they
the
were
point
sad.
where we go sad
Yeah,
now?
no, I'm just saying because it's very difficult to replace. I don't want to say replace
Yeah,
because you can't
yeah,
replace
no,
a
no,
dog,
no,
but it's very difficult. Like that those are your babies.
Sure.
And
So is there a proper grieving period? I mean, do you feel guilty
I waited
immediately
at
going
least
to
a
the
year.
pet store?
Yes.
Do you really?
I really felt guilty. Yes, I really felt guilty just replacing them right away.
Right? Really?
Yes.
Is that how it is for most dog people?
I don't know, but that's how it was for me. But anyway, so
Okay.
yeah, so hopefully I'll have a dog
don't know.
soon, and I'll be able to take the dog to the dog
Great.
park. Yeah.
Hopefully you'll have a dog before the project is done.
Yes.
All right. Well, I guess we'll talk a little bit more about that. And thanks for your time. Thanks for watching another episode of ONT Now.
Thank you.
Keep it going on Facebook.
Give us your feedback.
Give us
we
your
want to
feedback.
hear what you think. We want to hear what your thoughts are, what's working, what's not, what you would like to see.